So we're having a lot of deals on Amazon and other websites as well for stuff like CPUs, GPUs, graphics cards, storage devices for computers, televisions, and other things. But today I'll be talking about CPUs, GPUs, and storage devices. So the best deal for a CPU right now is an i9-11900K, which you see right here. This is 57% off from its listing price. I should have waited. I should have waited about a year before I got a new computer, because the computer that I got was I got it last year, and I bought a i7 10700KF. That's the one that I bought. And I paid about $360 for it last year. I just feel ripped off. I should have just waited. I overpaid on my graphics card too. I bought a MSI GeForce RTX. It was a 3000 series. 3060. I paid $529 for it. $519, I'm sorry. And now you could buy the exact same video card. Not the exact same one, but I guess the same, with the same GPU for about $100 less, which is pretty darn good. This is like I like Gigabyte. I think a Gigabyte is a very good brand. It's about 13% off. If you want to get a shorter card, you can get an EVGA. This is the card that I got. No, not the exact one. It's the MSI one. It's the XC, 12 gigabytes. So GPUs are priced pretty well. I think the best deal was a GeForce RTX right now. 3070. This is, I think, the best deal for it right here. For about this price. This is like almost 21% off. I could have bought this if I waited instead of buying the 3060. The 3070 is much faster than 3060. Even though it only has 8 gigabytes, it's still much faster. It's a better GPU overall. I don't think I'll be buying another GPU. I'm just going to have to stick with the hardware that I have. That's a pretty good deal. And I think the best deal for an SSD is an Intel M.2 NVMe SSD. These are priced pretty competitively at this price. I don't think you could buy a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD at this price. 13% off. But it isn't that fast. It's only 1.8 megabytes per second. You can find here. This one is much faster. It's double the price. At 7.3 gigabytes. you need the speed, then get it. But personally, um, I'm using a M.2 NVMe in my new computer, and it's about 2.4 gigabytes in bandwidth. And I'm running this computer right now. It's also using a M.2 NVMe at about less than 1 gigabyte, maybe about 850 megabytes per second. Really not that much of a difference when I boot up the computer, to tell you the truth. And I have another computer that just has a 500 gigabyte SATA SSD at about 500 megabytes per second. That too, I don't see much of a difference when I boot up the computer. It's maybe on my Intel 10700KF, it's about 2 seconds faster. It's not a big difference. So we're seeing a lot of deals in for storage devices like SSD. This is pretty good. This is about 3.2 gigabytes. Let's look at other Intel CPUs. Kind of i7s. This is a 12700KF. This is the latest using the LGA 1700 socket. Not a bad price. So I paid $369 for mine about a year ago for a 10700KF. This one is much better. A lot of deals right now. A lot of good deals. Okay, tell me what you think, and thanks